Hello everyone, welcome to Business Management. This week we're going to be working out of your Intro to Business textbook. We're going to be covering Chapter 1 in that book. This video is Lesson 1.1. We're going to be covering the market economies. So in this section we will be comparing three types of economies and describing and explaining the characteristics of a market economy. Our businesses operate in a global marketplace and deal with a variety of economic systems that influence each other. Countries take a different approach in how their economies operate, but each must provide answers to the same basic economic questions. And in order to understand that, we're going to first discuss the term scarcity. Scarcity is the conflict between unlimited wants and limited resources. So most countries have a limited amount of resources available to them. So these countries, in order to use these resources in the best way possible, need to answer these three economic questions that we're going to go over next in order to determine how to use these resources. The answers to these questions can largely depend on the society's economic system, and we'll discuss those also here in a minute. So here's our three questions. They need to know what to produce. Should those resources be used to provide consumer goods or industrial goods or military goods? Also, how should these things be produced? What kinds of industries or equipment should be used to produce them? And lastly, for whom they should be produced for. Which of its citizens would most benefit from these resources? Okay, so now let's take a look at the types of economies. We've got the traditional economy. With a traditional economy, those are economies that things are done according to tradition, and they're usually found in like third world countries. They usually produce their goods by using hand tools and by passing down their ideas from generation to generation. Then the next one is a command economy. With the command economy, governments have the ownership of businesses and they control the economy. They make the decisions of what is produced and how they are produced. This is usually done through a central committee that makes these decisions. And then lastly, we've got a market economy. In a market economy, businesses and individuals are free to make their own decisions as they buy and sell in the marketplace. They're often said to be practicing capitalism, and capitalism means that economic resources are privately owned by individuals rather than by the government. So we as the U.S. would fall under a market economy because we are free as individuals to make our decisions about our businesses and how we buy and sell in the marketplace. All right, so characteristics of a market economy. So we've got private enterprise, private property, profit, competition. All right, so let's take a look at these individually. So private enterprise, what does that mean? It's an individual's right to own a business, select a market to enter, and produce with limited government direction. With private property, it's your right to own your own, as a business, your own buildings, your materials. You can dispose of things of value. You own what you have and what you use. And also you have the right to profit. So profit is the amount left over when subtracting your expenses from operating a business from its income. It is basically a reward for taking the risk of owning and operating a business. And then lastly, competition. So competition is the rivalry among businesses to sell their products and services to consumers. The government enacted laws to help assure competition exists in the marketplace. It gives consumers the right to choose products, encourages companies to make quality products, and sell them at competitive prices. Okay, so that is the end of lesson 1.1. There are additional videos for this chapter, so make sure you continue on watching those. And then we will, at the end of those, discuss what it will be due for the week. All right, thanks.